Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a wonderful day today and that you're being kind to yourselves. Before we jump into the speed build, I just want to say really quickly, thank you so much for anyone who did comment on the last video. I was actually, I don't know, the past month I want to say things have been difficult. I've just felt a little bit down, so it was really nice to feel that love and support from you guys, and I just want to really say thank you and say hello to a bunch of new faces on the channel. Hello guys, it's so good to have you here, and I hope that I can continue to, I don't know, entertain you with my builds. But yeah, today we're building another build in Sulani. My last build was a lovely tropical wedding venue and it made me very happy, so I decided to build another kind of thing like that. This is a residential home, or it could be like a holiday home, a vacation home, but it is in Sulani, and again it is lovely and tropical. So let's go have a look at it, shall we? For this build, I honestly didn't really have a plan. I was like, I wanted to have separate buildings, and that was about it. I didn't know if I wanted to go for modern or traditional island living sort of vibes. I just knew that I wanted to have separate buildings, and you can see I was footing around with these like walkways and stuff that I was kind of thinking about, and I'm surprised that I didn't demolish it. This was my first attempt. Normally I will build something and then when I was like doing the shell and stuff, I decide I don't like it and I will demolish it and I'll do it again, and I might do that a couple times depending on how like bad of a build day I'm having. But this one, I'm surprised I didn't demolish any of this. I just kept going with it, and I do like how it turned out. It's quite small. I mean, no, it is quite small. The build as a whole is like, I would say, normal size build, but the actual rooms you can see, they're all small spaces, so that was fun to play around with. I get caught up in doing big builds. Like, I think I start off with a small shell and I just add to it. I do a pop out here, a pop out there, another floor just to make it look right and make it balanced. And before I know it, I have loads and loads of space I need to try and fill. But this one was nice and small, so that was a lot better to work with. And yeah, like I said, I didn't really have a plan. It all just kind of started. It just kind of happened how it happened. I put these fences down from Island Living, and that really lovely blue swatch, I was like, I like that, it's nice and bright. And then I started thinking maybe I could have like it be a really colourful build, you know, that whole nice island tropical, loads of lush colours and stuff. I didn't necessarily go for it. There is colours, but it's not like super colourful. I mix in like different wood tones with little pops of colour, but I think that works. I think that looks nice because I didn't want it to seem too like new of a build. I wanted it to look like it's been around a little while, so that's where all the different wood tones come in. I feel like it's just been fixed up every now and again, but it has been like cleaned up recently, you know. But you can see I've got a couple different wood tones going on. I really like this nice rich orangey wood tone. I don't normally use that wood tone, but I really liked it because it gave it such a vibrant, like it gave it a lot of life, you know, and I thought that was really fun. So you can see we have 3 small buildings. This one that we're working on right now is the main living area, and the other 2 are bedrooms. So there's enough for 4 Sims to live here, and we have 2 parents and 2 daughters that live here. And yeah, I have a story. Are we surprised at this point that I have a story for the family that doesn't actually exist? So yeah, here I actually really like that. I wanted to create a little like entrance, little archway entrance thing. I don't know. It was just something I was playing around with, and I liked it, so I kept it. Surprise, surprise! Me and the family that lived here, I imagined the dad being a local to Sulani. So he grew up here, his family's been here for a long time, but his wife he met when she was on holiday here, and she came and she did the conservation thing. She helped clean up the island and stuff, and she fell in love with the place and she ended up staying, and yeah, she fell pregnant, so they decided they should move in together, and then yeah, they just went from there. They had another kid. They've lived together ever since. They aren't married, but they don't feel the need to get married. So it's a nice happy family. I think it's stereotypically happy family, though there's no any drama with this family. They're just nice and happy living it up in Sulani. But yeah, here I'm just adding like lots of like nice lush bits to kind of blend the build in slightly. And yeah, I was playing around with a lot of debug plants and stuff from Island Living, because I do really like a lot of the plants that come with Island Living Debug. I really like those, I don't even know, the big leaf plants, all those fences. I love adding just random fences like this. I've just started doing it recently, but I think it adds so much depth to a build and so much detail. Like, it's something so small, just that little fence there, but it just makes it look like that stuff's been around a while, you know? I think it really, really helps with the feel of the whole place. But yeah, there's a lot of landscaping again. I just try and blend the whole place in. Like I said, I don't want it to look like it's super new. I want it to look like it's been around a while. It's just that they've maybe like done it up slightly more recently. And then this is the only like land area they have. They have a couple little terraces off the bedrooms, and then they have like a slightly larger terrace off the like living kitchen space, but they don't have a lot of outdoor space. So this is really their garden. That's just here. So we just have like, candles. Guys, I use candles way too much. I actually do. I need to try and do a build without candles. I'll do that at some point. But yeah, this area is just like their outdoor living space. So it's where they have their little activities and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just a little hangout bit. It looks really nice at night time because of all the candles and stuff. It's just really cozy, and it actually seems quite private. It's not really because it's right at the front of the lot, but it does seem private. So that's nice. I love these little, you'll see there just on the right hand side, the little terrace bit that pops out from the bedrooms. I think they just remind me of, like, when I think of a really fancy holiday resort in like a hot country, like say the Bahamas or something, and you see they have like these buildings that are on these stilts in the water, and they have these little private terraces just out into the open sea. That's what it reminds me of, is these really fancy holiday resorts you see. Like, I see pictures of, I've never been to one, probably will never go, but the pictures I've seen online and stuff, like, it's always like, I don't know if anyone gets these ads. I used to get them all the time on Facebook, where it was like, you buy a ticket to be entered into winning this great prize of like a holiday for two to like this really fancy resort, or like you buy a ticket and you might win this house that's worth like £2 million or whatever it was. I always got loads of adverts like that for the holiday stuff, and it was always pictures of buildings that looked just like this, just chilling in the middle of nowhere with just the great expanse of sea. And honestly, that sounds really nice. That sounds like a good place to be, really, if we're being honest. I was meant to go on holiday this year. I don't think that's gonna happen though. I mean, obviously it's not the end of the world, but it would be nice to go on a little holiday, and builds like this are making me miss it. So maybe it was a bad idea to build this sort of stuff. Maybe it was. Oh, I loved having that little area. I just like the rocks. It kind of lined it, and I thought maybe it's more like obviously it doesn't work like this, but maybe that's the area that the kids are allowed to swim in. They're not allowed to swim in the big open sea, but this area is kind of cordoned off a little bit with rocks and stuff. Maybe that's where they're allowed to go and float about, which I thought was a nice little detail, especially as that building on the right there is the parents' bedroom. So yeah, I thought that would be really, really nice, so that they could just kind of look out and watch the kids, you know? But yeah, here on the side we're just adding like all the different like undersea landscaping. I'm not very good at this sort of stuff. I don't do sea builds, so I don't really know what landscapey stuff you need for it. I don't know, but I like the way it turned out. I think it looks nice. Let me know, I guess, in the comments if I made it work. I don't know, maybe I think it's too much, because if you look at the sea around it, it's just empty, there's nothing there, but then suddenly there's a massive load of coral and everything around this build, so maybe I messed up. Maybe I put too much. Oh well, I did it, and we're just gonna have to embrace it now. So yeah, this is the little back terrace area for the main living space, and this is where their dining space is, and a little barbecue, little hangout sort of area. It's a very small little area, but still I thought it was like a nice little space for them to come and have like nice family time in the evenings, or come and have a little sunbathe sort of thing. And then we have that little boat tie-uppy thingy-majig. I don't know. I don't know if you can actually use it. I don't know if that's usable or if it's just an object for display, but either way I thought it looked nice. And lots of plants, again, lots of potted plants inside and outside, because we love it. Why not? It's tropical, it's lush, it's great, fits perfectly if you ask me. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm just like adding. I really like the fact that there was no fences around this. I don't know, it's really, really, really not safe for the kids. Especially as you'll see in a second, I put a paddling pool here, right at the edge, like, that's not safe. But I like the look of it. I thought it just looks quite flush, you know. I feel like the fence broke it up too much. Because I did try and put a fence at first and I was like, no, let's not do that. And then those vines, I used those vines last time and I just really, really like them. I think they are so pretty. I had to size them down a lot, but I think they're really, really pretty because they just immediately make it look like it's not brand new and just gives it such a hot, for me personally. I mean, if you live in this sort of climate, you obviously won't get this sort of vibe from it. But for me, who lives in a pretty cold climate, like in Scotland, it's pretty cold. When I see vines like that on the roof, I just think of all the holidays that I've been on to really hot countries. That's immediately what I think of when I see vines growing over stuff. Although I must admit, in England, it can be quite warm. South England, and they have vines over, like, I know my auntie has like loads of vines over her trellis thing outside in her garden, so I suppose it's not a great argument, but it's what I think of. And then here, this is the little kitchen. I really like this space. I put shelves here because I felt like the wall was just really open, so I put these like shelves because where the window was, I didn't want to put a unit because it kind of overlapped it, and I hate when counters and things like that overlap windows. I would rather find a way to work around it than do that. Just personal choice. So I did these shelves, and you see it's like top and bottom of that window, and then I just kind of cluttered it up with some bits and bobs, and I think it gives it a nice like family feel because it is a family home, and I don't think that it's like a perfect family home. I think it's slightly cluttered. I do enjoy my clutter these days. I do. I can't even remember the last time I did like a really minimal build. I feel like anytime I do a minimal build, now that I've started cluttering, anytime I do a minimal build, it just feels really unfinished and really empty. So then I feel like I've not put the effort in. But like, maybe I will try. Maybe that's something. Maybe for my next build, I will try to do a really modern build again. Because I used to do really modern ones, but I feel like I've not done them in a while. Maybe I will try and do a really modern build without any candles. That's what I'm going to do. Next build. Here we go. Just wait, as soon as I finish recording this, I'll forget that's what I'm meant to be doing. And then this is the little living space. So like I said, like the rooms are really quite small. This is a small space. However, I think it's a really, it's all works fine, you know what I mean? You can use it absolutely fine. And it gives it a really like cozy, like, I imagine the family that live here are really close. They spend a lot of time together. But could you imagine growing up in a house like this? Like, I put a toddler bed and a child's bed in the kids' bedroom. They share a bedroom. But could you imagine? It's really not safe, is it? Your toddler, especially, being in a completely separate building from you and being surrounded by water without fence on their little terrace thing. It's really not safe to don't bring your little ones to live in this field because it is not safe. Unless you want them to die. I don't know. We were talking about this on stream actually last night. And I had a confession to make. I've never actually killed a sim in my game. I've never done it. I've just never felt inclined to do it. I've always panicked whenever I thought my sim was gonna die. Because I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just don't want my sims to die. Am I just a good person that I don't want my sims to die? But I remember one time one of my sims did die unintentionally. It was the first time I played with Tiny Living and the Murphy bed got them. So there was that, and I hated it. I had to go back a save because I felt so bad that they died. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like killing my sims. But this seems like a build that could do it. Does. But yeah, and then the little bathroom. So they have quite a way to go from their bedrooms to get to this bathroom, but like, it's just the house, isn't it? I didn't want to put a bathroom in each of the bedrooms because the bedrooms are already kind of crushed. Well, no, like the master bedroom is actually a really nice size, but if I tried to fit a bathroom in there, it would just be a really awkward shape. So I thought I was better just to do one bathroom over here, and I think that works absolutely fine. I think it works quite nicely. And then popping loads of plants. I actually really like this area, this bridge that I've done. I like how it turns out I put a bunch of like activities and stuff, so it seems like a really like the hub of the lot, and it's quite funny because it's right in the centre as well. But yeah, you'll see I just put little candles on top of the banisters there. I thought that was just a nice little detail. I mean, I feel like they would fall off they would fall off. But regardless, it looks nice because I had no other lights to put there, so I thought I'm just going to balance some little candles here. And then yeah, I'm putting loads of plants again, and then I put a little painting easel there, and I put a chess table there so they can hang out. And they're in the shade, I guess, if they want to be in the shade. But yeah, because they don't really have a garden, I was trying to make use of all this space, these walkways, because that is probably the biggest part of the build, is the walkways. However, I didn't want it to look like it was just like a clutter of activities, so I was trying to make it look like there was just like, aesthetically, it was just loads of plants and some activities. But I tried to make it look like it was I tried to make it a useful space is what I'm trying to say. Also, I put those kids fairy light things, whatever you want to call them, the string lights. I just realised now I didn't actually put the other poles for the other ends of them, so I will go do that before I upload it. But I really like them as well. They were the perfect length for those walkways. They just fitted wonderfully. And then there you see I put those little like potted plant things, pots. What? You know what I mean. I put a bunch of them along there so you can do some planting. And then I popped a few bikes because I think that's just a nice little detail. I really like putting bikes. I think immediately it makes it look really realistic. Because it looks like a Sim's just, you know, got off their bike and bunked it there. I like it. And then, of course, we can't forget the little kiddies, their outdoor activities. So that's what we did. We put a few little bits down there so the whole family can hang out here, and it's a great time. A really great time. Lovely to be out in the sun, get some nice vitamin C. We love it. I did think about putting that activity table there, but I thought it didn't work. It's fine. So they don't have an activity table. I'm sorry if you like that. But I'm sure you can find a space for it if you really want to have one. And then here we're in the parents' bedroom. And yeah, I like this space. I think it is it's a very chill zone. I can imagine, you know, you're outside, it's really warm, you're getting really kind of like, you know when you're in the hot sun and stuff and you just get a little bit like annoyed, you get irritated because you're just warm and you're sweating and you get a bit grumpy. So I can imagine you feeling a little bit like that. The kids are laughing, playing, crying, whatever kids do these days, I don't know, making a lot of noise, just making a racket. And then you come walk through this door and it's cool and quiet and just your zone. That's what I imagine with this space. So I think the parents were quite lucky. It's a really nice bedroom. It is quite big, but like I was saying, because of its shape, it would have been too awkward to fit a bathroom in. It would have been nice for them to have their own bathroom, especially as it's 4 Sims for that one bathroom, which could be a little bit of a crush. Well, technically it's only 3, because I mean the toddler doesn't use the bathroom right now, but I mean it will eventually, unless it dies before before it ages up. But yeah, here I'm just adding lots of little clutter, plants again. Can you actually kill a toddler? Can toddlers die in the game? I don't even know. I think they can, right? I don't know. Shows how much I actually play the game. But yeah, like I say, it's just a very nice, bright, calm, quiet zone. I feel like they're like, this is the no noise zone. You can't go, like, I imagine it's almost like you've got the walkways and the parents are like, right, you can't go down the left walkway to our bedroom. Like, that's as far as you can go, the main walkway, you know? So it's just like, this is their whole own zone. And this little outdoor area here, because it faces away from the rest of the property, think how, like, this would be the perfect escape for a parent that's, like, always stressed and stuff. Look at that! You're totally hidden away. I think that seems so serene. I would love to have a little spot like that. Even if I lived in like the tiniest little room, if I just had a little covered area there with like all the lush like landscaping around, it just faces out to the sea. That's like a dream come true. Just having that little spot there. Oh my gosh. That would be amazing. Sorry guys, just daydreaming now. Can't help it, I'm a Pisces, okay? But yeah, then I'm just adding little like vines and stuff around the walls to give it that sort of lush, like overgrown sort of look as well. And then this is the children's bedroom. I don't know what I was doing with this bed. To be totally honest, I don't know. I was trying something. I'm still not sure if I like it or not, but we're going with it. We're embracing it, and it would be okay if it didn't have the headboard at the top of the bed. I think that would be alright. But yeah, so it's nice and colourful in this bedroom. I really like that colour scheme actually from the university bed, that blue and pink. I think it looks really nice together because it's quite contrasting, but it just gives it a really youthful feel, I think. And then I kind of tried to match it with the toddler bed. It doesn't really match, but we tried a little bit. And that shelf that I put on that wall on the right, I always saw that object when I was scrolling through, but I never ever took the time to actually click on it. It has so many swatches, and the swatches are really nice. So if you've never used that shelf in the kids, it's in the kids' furniture bit. Use it. Or at least check it out. It's really nice. So I'm definitely going to be using it more. Like, you know when you just see objects and you just don't give them the time of day, and then when you finally do, I mean, not always, quite a lot of time you're disappointed, but like sometimes you're pleasantly surprised. Yeah, so this is the safety hazard here. I put kids' toys out here. There's no railing. It's not the best, is it? But it looks nice. So, but that's us done. Oh my gosh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. That's us done, guys. I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me again. Every time you guys do, it really means the world to me. It like genuinely does. Every time you like, comment, or even subscribe. If you're not subscribed and you like hanging out with me, please subscribe. It would be really nice. And I hope that you all have a really good rest of your day or night or morning. I hope you have a fab time. And thank you so much for watching. I will speak to you all very soon. Bye!